Sonic the Hedgehog. A very favorite of mine. When I was a kid, I used to play Sonic a whole lot, especially the classics. But as I got older, I drifted away to more Mario games. One day, I decided to play my favorite game of all time, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It was my favorite game as a child. I got this copy of Sonic 2 at a flea market, and the man warned me that the game was haunted. It was previously owned by someone who died while playing the game. Apparently his spirit now haunts it. I didn't think twice before putting in the cartridge and starting up the game. The game looked relatively normal at first, but something felt off. The title screen wasn't much different from what it normally is, but something just felt off. Like all the happiness and joy just got sucked out of me for some odd reason. Whatever, it's probably nothing. I started up the game, and the game loaded in Emerald Hill Zone, but something was off. There were no badniks. I got to the end of the level, and the normal jingle showed up, but there was an extra stat. Flicky murder. What? As I progressed through the game, Sonic got progressively thinner to the point where he even looked like he was starving to death. His 16-bit fingers turned to long, sharp 16-bit claws, and his face looked like his eye sockets just melted out, and he had this wide mouth. I nicknamed the sprite Black. I eventually got 50 rings and turned into Super Sonic when he just died. I wasn't even at 0 rings or anything, he just up and died. I had to restart the game, but it was much creepier then. I was playing as only Tails, which I didn't select that feature, but when I got to Sonic, he had the same look. He turned towards Tails and ripped him apart by ripping out his skull, pulling out his intestines, and eating them. A message then popped up on the screen. Are you satisfied now? My eyes opened wide as I was terrified of this. Is Sonic really about to kill his best friend? There wasn't even a screech. Tails died in what I assume can only be a pool of blood. I don't know. It was just 16-bit graphics in a circle. That's usually indicative of blood in a 16-bit game. But Sonic had no blood on his hands, and then he looked directly at the camera. Hello, he said. Want to play my game? My eyes widened at this. Was he talking to me? This couldn't be possible. Sonic didn't talk in the 16-bit games. But then again, he never had long claws, almost degrading features, and whatever the heck he turned into. Message then popped up. I know you did it. You ruined my life. You ruined everything. Now it's time for you to pay. I warned you not to do it. But did you listen? No. Instead, you just selflessly went on your way. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you. Because I am God. The last word said. I was shocked. Me? What? The title screen, instead of saying Sonic the Hedgehog, said Johnny Roger. I looked up the name. Apparently, it was a kid who died. His brother would make fun of him a lot. And the day he died was the last time he did it. Could he be mad at his brother? Could he be possessing the game? Is he mad at his brother? Mad at his brother. He's mad at his brother, isn't he? That's why he possessed the cartridge. He wanted to get even. For some weird reason, he wanted revenge. I then heard his voice behind me. So, you're the one who was playing this game. I turned around and saw him. He's in the form that he was in the game. But because it was real life, it was more detailed. It was grotesque. I just stood at him for hours. And then finally spoke up. What do you want? My brother mistreated me. I want to kill him. He ruined my life. I'm gonna go find him. You stay there. I never saw him after that day. After that day, I took some time off. Just contemplating what just happened. I called over a friend and played the game with him. He was shocked. He never expected something like this to happen. He then put the cartridge away and swore never to talk about it or play it again. I didn't even want to see that disturbing face him ever again. I was a Sonic fan, but this game ruined everything.